for example, like if you want to fix anxiety, you got to start looking at when it's being set off, when you're being, confrontational, maybe just because that's sometimes a
Right.
symptom of anxiety. And that could be my symptom too, like in traffic. So when you pay attention to those little factors, it's just little stuff like that. Like the military taught me to keep an eye on my space, right? Stay out of
Mhm.
people's way. Let's just use the hallways, for example. Stand on the side because everybody's trying to get through, right? You hold
Yeah,
everything left
yeah.
hand because you got to
In
salute with your
fact, yeah, I mean, it's a rule. You're supposed to stay on the stay
the
against the wall.
B-ways.
One of the reasons I don't wear a watch, I get a nice watch and I'm always hugging the wall and I scratch it on the wall.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Hold the
yeah.
folder on the left hand because also you might have to salute, but also just like
Yeah.
like this is yeah, I can see what you're
Yeah.
saying about the
Yeah.
uh,
So like different skill sets kind of were used and adopted, especially throughout, the military careers that do keep us alive to stay vigilant, stay on, on our feet, light on our feet, stuff like that. But when you look at like nowadays, do I really need to, of course I need to maintain everybody's safety, but to a point where I'm sitting in the back of a restaurant keeping an eye on exits, you know what I mean?
right.
That's a little extreme. It's a little, that
Yeah.
could be obstructive to a good dinner date or whatever it might be that's on deck. You know what
'Cause
I
we're
mean?
talking about fight or flight, and
Yeah.
it is like a sorry, I'm just I guess I'm
No,
the
you're
way
fine.
I like I want to be more relaxed or just more in the moment, especially with my wife. But
Yeah.
when you do have to keep like you have to have your eye on the door or situational awareness and all these things that we're taught um, in the military, it's hard to not be in fight or flight because you're anticipating danger before it happens.
Hmm.
And like when I'm in a public place with my daughters, and I've read that like one of the biggest factors that abductors talk about in terms of not selecting a potential victim is what's their father like. So to me, it's like if I'm in public, I'll be cheerful and I'm very sociable and things like that, but almost like in a way where well, I also want to project, hey, if you go too far, I will destroy you. Which is not helpful.
Yeah.
It's
No,
kind
it's
of like
spot on.
a
Like who's gonna die here today? Because I'm prepared. Are you?
like
You know what I
I
mean?
want you I want you to talk to me and shake my hand, but I also want to convey to you like don't mess with that guy. It's not an easy balance. But
Yeah.
and it also doesn't allow you to be in the moment as much as you may want to. And I mean, do I want to if there's danger out there? Because you don't know who's around you. So it really is difficult to come to terms with. It's hard to. I don't think I could ever let go of that.
Yeah.
I can't help but think like, well, how many rounds of 9 millimeter do I have? Or do I have a generator? Do I have a solar power generator? Do I have a gas generator? Do I have how much gas do I have? Can I preserve the gas? Do I have to buy? I mean, it's hard to. I have food under my bed that's good for 25 years. I mean, it's just like
Yeah. It's
how
hard
do
to
you
put those out.
embrace
They
the
keep you
moment?
alive. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
What do you
How
do?
am I? Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's come in handy in medicine as a nurse. So it's hard to. So I feel like I can't let go because it's constantly helping me. But also, like I said, in social when you're with other people and you're intimate and that doesn't sound right. When you're with other people, friends, family,
Yeah.
intimate situations, it isn't a helpful mindset. It is hard to relax or turn off, or you get angry and you just
And it's off-putting. It's off-putting to
it's
people
off-putting.
around you too. They're like, what's going on with you, man? Like, you know what I mean? When
And
they
in your
pick up on
situation, you're going through this horrific thing and you're trying to fix it as it's happening, and you can't fix all this
yeah.
that's happening. You can't. You need help. It's almost like the training works against you in some ways.
Yeah, I mean, and in my in the middle of the abuse, my training actually really helped me formulate a safe exit plan. So I
Right.
do have a lot of gratitude for that perspective.